Today, we're talking about how to ignite your inner fire and restore your energy, especially after 60. Picture this. It's morning, you're leisurely sipping your coffee, listening to birds chirping outside your window. But here's the challenge. For many people at this age, blood circulation in the pelvic area slows down like a river during drought season. This doesn't just affect intimate life, but also impacts overall well-being, energy levels, and mood. If we don't pay attention to this now, maintaining an active lifestyle can become increasingly difficult. I'm going to share simple morning habits with you that will help improve blood flow and restore your vitality. But before we dive into the main topic, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is incredibly important. Also, write in the comments where you're from and what time it is right now. I'm very interested to know who's joining our journey. Blood circulation in the pelvis is a topic that's rarely discussed openly, yet it's the foundation of our health. As we age, blood vessels lose their elasticity, muscles weaken, and blood stagnation robs us of our strength. In men, the prostate suffers, while in women, sensitivity and organ health decline. But here's the excellent news. Proper nutrition, movement, and morning mindset can work miracles. As the old wisdom says, movement is life. And this is absolutely true. Blood loves to be actively circulated. It's amusing, but even aquarium fish live longer when the water in their tank constantly circulates. Scientists confirm that microcirculation is a key factor in longevity. So let's awaken our blood vessels. Here's a little joke. If blood stagnates, the body declares a strike like a union at a factory. But enough waiting, let's get right to it. I'll start with the simplest approach. Morning is your secret weapon. Why? At this time, metabolism is at its peak, hormones are ready for action, and blood vessels are waiting for a signal. The right breakfast and a few simple movements can dramatically change your day. For example, walnuts with honey or water with lemon aren't just food, they're real fuel for your blood vessels. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, everything in its proper order. Remember the main thing. Self-care starts small, but its effect is enormous. And between you and me, if your pelvis is in good shape, even your walk will become more confident. As we age, our body starts to resemble an old motorcycle. It still runs, but without its former roar. Blood circulation in the pelvis is one of the first systems to give up ground after 60. Blood vessels lose elasticity like old elastic in pants, and pelvic muscles weaken due to reduced physical activity. Blood stagnates, lymph swells, and hormones that used to actively drive blood through veins seem to have gone into retirement. For men, this negatively affects the prostate and potency. Is it any joke when morning arousal becomes a rare gust? For women, sensitivity suffers, and the risk of inflammation or organ prolapse grows like market prices. And you know what's frustrating? Many prefer to stay silent about this, as if it's something shameful. But I'll tell you, what's shameful is not taking care of yourself. The old wisdom states, health is in blood movement. Without good blood flow, pelvic organs starve like guests at a stingy wedding. Here's a curious fact. In medieval times, healers believed that blood stagnation caused melancholy. Perhaps that's why sad knights participated in tournaments so often. Modern research confirms that poor circulation significantly reduces quality of life. Stagnation leads to inflammation, swelling, and even bowel problems. In men, the prostate can go on strike, while in women, hormonal balance is disrupted, affecting mood. Here's a relevant joke. If blood doesn't flow, the body declares a sit-down strike. But it's not all gloomy. Simple morning habits, proper food, movement, even a couple of deep breaths can awaken your blood vessels. For example, foods rich in arginine or antioxidants literally make blood run faster, while light exercises like squats engage pelvic muscles like a car starter. The main thing is not to be lazy and not think that age is a sentence. Your body is still capable of surprising you if you give it a chance. And believe me, when blood flow improves, you'll feel as if you've become 10 years younger. Morning is not just time for coffee and news. It's your chance to set the right tone for the entire day. When you wake up, your body resembles a sleeping city. Blood vessels are just beginning to awaken. Hormones are activating, and metabolism is ready for a sprint. It's precisely in the morning that blood circulation in the pelvis is easiest to accelerate, like a car in first gear after 60. This is especially important because blood stagnation in this area steals not only health, but also energy. Morning habits, food, drinks, light movements work like an alarm clock for blood vessels. Do them right, and your body will thank you by lunchtime. Otherwise, by evening you'll feel like an old sofa, heavy and creaky. The old wisdom states, how you start your morning is how you'll spend your day. And this is true. Morning mood affects blood flow all day long. Here's an interesting fact. In Japan, elderly people often start their morning with light gymnastics, and this is one of the reasons for their longevity. Scientists say that morning stimuli like proper nutrition or exercises enhance microcirculation. Here's a joke. If you don't wake up your blood vessels in the morning, they'll sleep all day like students in a lecture. What specifically should you do? Drink warm water with lemon and a pinch of cayenne pepper. This is like a gentle kick for your circulatory system. Eat a couple of walnuts with honey. They accelerate blood flow no worse than a morning jog. A couple of squats by your bed will turn on pelvic muscles like a light bulb. The main thing is not to overload yourself, but also not to be lazy. Morning is the time when you invest in your health. And believe me, these 5 minutes in the morning will give you more energy than a third cup of coffee during the day. Walnuts with honey are not just a tasty snack, but real superpower for your blood vessels. After 60, when blood flow in the pelvis slows down, these two products work like mechanics fixing an old car. Walnuts are rich in arginine, an amino acid that dilates blood vessels, making blood flow more freely. Honey, in turn, stimulates the cardiovascular system like a good trainer and adds a light energy boost. Together, they make the perfect morning duo that will invigorate not only you, but also your blood vessels. Try eating 2 to 3 nuts with a teaspoon of honey, and within half an hour, you'll feel your body come alive. And it's also delicious, unlike the pills that doctors love to prescribe. The old wisdom states, eat nuts and you'll be strong. And these aren't empty words. Nuts have been considered food for strength for centuries. Here's an interesting fact. In ancient Greece, athletes would chew nuts before competitions, believing they provided endurance. Modern research confirms that arginine improves circulation, especially in the pelvic area. For men, this helps the prostate and potency, while for women it reduces the risk of stagnant conditions. Here's a joke. If blood vessels are roads, then nuts with honey are asphalt without traffic jams. How to prepare? Simply crush 2 nuts, mix with a spoon of honey, and eat before breakfast. Don't like sticky fingers? Put the mixture on a piece of apple for the same effect, but with crunch. The main thing is not to overdo it. Honey is high in calories, and nuts are heavy for the stomach in large quantities. This habit takes a minute, but gives your blood vessels a boost like coffee for the brain. And you know what's cool? When blood flow improves, even your walk becomes lighter, as if you've shed a couple of years. Water with lemon and a pinch of cayenne pepper isn't just a drink. It's a morning alarm clock for your blood vessels. After 60, blood flow in the pelvis often resembles a sleepy river, but this simple cocktail accelerates it like a gentle breeze. Lemon charges the body with vitamin C, which strengthens blood vessel walls. Cayenne pepper is like a small fire that gently warms the circulatory system. Together, they improve microcirculation and metabolism, making blood flow where it was stagnating.
Recipe: squeeze half a lemon into a glass of warm water, add a pinch of pepper, and drink immediately after waking up. The taste is a bit spicy but invigorating, like a morning shower. The old wisdom states, water is the source of life. Without it, blood vessels lose tone and blood becomes thicker. Here's an interesting fact. In some cultures, spicy spices were added to morning drinks to ignite the inner fire. Scientists confirm that capsaicin in cayenne pepper stimulates circulation, especially in the pelvic area. This helps men maintain prostate health, while women reduce the risk of inflammation. Here's a joke. If your blood vessels are sleeping, this drink is like a doorbell at 5 in the morning. How to prepare? Heat water to a comfortable temperature, not boiling, so you don't kill the vitamins. A pinch of pepper is literally on the tip of a knife, otherwise you'll breathe like a dragon. Drink slowly, feeling the warmth spread through your body. This ritual takes 2 minutes, but the effect lasts all day. Blood vessels come alive, and you feel lightness, as if you've shed a burden. If spicy isn't for you, start with half a pinch. The main thing is regularity. Believe me, after a couple of days you'll notice increased energy and pleasant warmth below. Eggs with greens and olive oil aren't just breakfast, they're real support for blood vessels and nerves. After 60, when blood flow in the pelvis starts resembling a traffic jam, this simple recipe works like a green light. Eggs are rich in choline, which nourishes the nervous system and helps blood vessels stay in tone. Greens, especially parsley and basil, improve blood outflow and add antioxidants that protect blood vessels from aging. Olive oil is like lubrication for the circulatory system, reducing inflammation.
Fry a couple of eggs in a drop of oil, sprinkle with greens and a pinch of sea salt, and your pelvis will thank you. The taste is tender and aromatic, like a morning garden. The old wisdom states, an egg in the morning means strength during the day. Eggs were symbols of energy and health. Here's an interesting fact. In ancient Rome, healers advised eating eggs with herbs for male strength. Modern research confirms that choline and antioxidants from greens improve circulation, especially in the pelvis. This helps men maintain urogenital system health, while women reduce the risk of stagnant conditions. Here's a joke. Without eggs with greens, your blood vessels are like a garden without watering. How to cook. Break 2 eggs onto a hot pan with a teaspoon of olive oil. Fry on medium heat so the yolk remains slightly liquid, which is healthier. At the end, sprinkle with finely chopped parsley or basil. If you want, add a tomato for juiciness. This breakfast takes 5 minutes, but provides energy for half the day. You'll feel energy flowing through your body and mood lifting, as if you just walked through a park. Eat this dish regularly, and blood flow below will become more active, and your walk more confident. Dark chocolate isn't just a treat, it's a real gift for your blood vessels. After 60, when blood flow in the pelvis resembles a quiet backwater, a couple of pieces of chocolate with 70% cocoa content can wake it up like a morning call. Flavonoids in cocoa dilate blood vessels, improving circulation and acting as antioxidants, protecting them from aging. In the morning, when the body is just tuning up for the day, this dessert not only lifts your mood, but also directs blood to the right places. Eat 2 to 3 squares with breakfast, and you'll feel gentle warmth, as if someone turned on a heater inside. The taste is deep, slightly bitter, like a good conversation. The old wisdom states, sweets in moderation are medicine for the soul. Moderate pleasure like chocolate really does energize. Here's an interesting fact. The Aztecs drank bitter cocoa before battles, believing it gave strength. Scientists confirm that flavonoids improve circulation, especially in the pelvic area, helping men with potency and women with hormonal balance. Here's a joke. Without chocolate, blood vessels are like a dance floor without music. How to include chocolate in your morning. Simply break off a couple of pieces and eat after lemon water, but before main breakfast. Don't take milk chocolate, it has too much sugar and little benefit. If you like contrast, wash it down with herbal tea. Mint or chamomile will enhance the effect. The main thing is not to get carried away. More than 5 pieces, and calories start working against you. This ritual takes a minute, but the effect is felt for hours. Blood flows more actively, and mood is like after a compliment. After a week, you'll notice increased energy and pleasant revival below. Believe me, chocolate isn't a sin, but an investment in health. Tomatoes and tomato juice aren't just a side dish for scrambled eggs, they're a powerful ally for blood vessels. After 60, when blood flow in the pelvis resembles a forgotten stream, lycopene from tomatoes acts like a gardener clearing the channel. This antioxidant strengthens blood vessels, reduces their fragility, and improves circulation, especially below. In the morning, 100 milliliters of natural tomato juice or a couple of tomato slices at breakfast starts the circulatory system, like a key in ignition. For men, this supports prostate health, while for women it reduces the risk of inflammation. The taste is juicy, slightly sour, like a summer day. And if you add a pinch of salt, it's absolutely wonderful. The old wisdom states, red on the table means health in the body. Tomatoes have always been symbols of strength and longevity. Here's an interesting fact. In the 16th century, tomatoes were considered poisonous and called wolf peaches. Good thing we figured it out. Scientists say lycopene reduces the risk of cardiovascular problems and improves circulation. Here's a joke. Without tomatoes, your blood vessels are like soup without salt. It exists, but there's little joy. How to include tomatoes in your morning? Drink 100 milliliters of natural tomato juice without sugar before breakfast. It will gently wake up your body. Or cut half a tomato into scrambled eggs with greens to enhance the effect. If juice seems boring, add a drop of olive oil. Lycopene is better absorbed with fats. This ritual takes a couple of minutes, but gives blood vessels energy for the whole day. You'll feel lightness, as if you walked barefoot on dew. The main thing is to choose ripe tomatoes or quality juice, not paste from a can. After a few days, blood flow will revive and mood will become brighter, like a ripe tomato. Garlic isn't just a way to repel neighbors, it's a real champion at reviving blood flow. After 60, when blood vessels in the pelvis start resembling clogged pipes, garlic works like a plumber, clearing them and thinning the blood. Its active substances like allicin dilate blood vessels and reduce their inflammation, which is especially important for prostate health in men and the urogenital system in women. In the morning, 1 clove of garlic swallowed with water 15 minutes before eating starts circulation like a car starter. Yes, the aroma isn't for a romantic date, but the effect is worth it. Blood flows more freely, and you feel more energetic. The taste is sharp, but water softens it. The old wisdom states, garlic is the guardian of health. For centuries, it was eaten for strength and protection from diseases. Here's an interesting fact. In ancient Egypt, garlic was given to pyramid builders so they wouldn't collapse from fatigue. Scientists confirm that allicin improves circulation and reduces the risk of blood clots. Here's a joke. Without garlic, your blood vessels are like an uncleaned road covered with debris. How to include garlic in your morning? Crush a clove with a knife. This releases more allicin, and swallow with warm water without chewing to minimize the smell. If you're afraid of the aroma, snack on parsley or drink mint tea. This ritual takes a minute, but gives blood vessels a powerful boost. You'll feel warmth in your body as if someone turned on internal heating. The main thing is not to overdo it. 1 clove is enough, otherwise your stomach might rebel. After a week of regularity, blood flow below will revive, and energy will increase like after a good walk. Believe me, garlic isn't just about smell. It's about life in the body. Nutrition is the foundation, but to really accelerate blood flow in the pelvis, add a couple of simple habits to your morning ritual. After 60, blood vessels and muscles below need movement like an old bicycle needs oil and pedals. 5 minutes of squats by the bed engages pelvic muscles like turning an ignition key. A contrast shower, alternating heat and cold, makes blood vessels contract and expand like an accordion, improving circulation. Light massage of the sacrum or tapping on the buttocks is like a friendly push for blood flow. These little things are especially important for men with prostate problems and women after menopause. The feeling is as if your body is waking up and energy is flowing like a spring stream. The old wisdom states, move in the morning, live long. Movement has always been the key to health. Here's an interesting fact. In some African tribes, elderly people dance in the morning to awaken the spirit. Scientists say that physical activity in the morning enhances circulation and reduces the risk of stagnant conditions. Here's a joke. If you don't move, your blood vessels become lazier than a cat on a windowsill. How to do this? Start with 10 to 15 squats at a slow pace. Hold onto a chair if needed. Then take a contrast shower. 30 seconds of hot water, 15 seconds of cold. Repeat 3 times. Finish with light massage of the sacrum and circular palm movements. This takes 10 minutes, but you'll feel the effect immediately. Warmth below, lightness in your legs, like after a walk. Regularity is important. Do this daily, and after a week your body will start working like a well-tuned engine. These habits don't require gym equipment or heroic feats, just a desire to take care of yourself. Believe me, when blood flows freely, even your mood becomes sunny. Regularity is the secret that transforms simple morning habits into real superpower. After 60, blood flow in the pelvis won't revive from one glass of tomato juice or a couple of squats. You need to give your body rhythm. If for a week straight you eat foods for blood vessels, drink lemon water, do light exercises, your body will start waking up like a sleeping forest in spring. Blood will run more freely, pelvic muscles will strengthen, and energy will appear as if you found a charger for your internal battery. Men will notice improvement in prostate and potency. Women will feel a surge of strength and reduced discomfort. This isn't magic, it's simple mathematics. Care plus time equals results. The feeling of warmth below, lightness in the body, like after a good walk. The old wisdom states, drop by drop makes an ocean. Small efforts add up to big changes. Here's an interesting fact. In China, elderly people practice Tai Chi for decades, and this is one of the reasons for their mobility. Scientists confirm that regular circulation stimuli reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Here's a joke. If you're not regular, your blood vessels will go on strike like buses during rush hour. How to achieve regularity? Start small. Choose 3 products from our list, for example, nuts with honey, tomato juice, and eggs with grains. Eat them every morning. Add 5 squats and a minute of contrast shower. Write down a weekly plan and mark what you've accomplished. This motivates. After 7 to 10 days, you'll feel changes. Less heaviness below, more energy. Even your mood will become brighter, like a sunny day. The main thing is not to quit, even if the first day seems trivial. Believe me, your body is like an old friend. Give it a chance, and it will respond with gratitude. And here we are at the finish line of our morning journey to health and energy after 60. Caring for blood flow in the pelvis isn't just about the body. It's about returning confidence, joy, and the desire to live life to the fullest. Walnuts with honey, water with lemon and pepper, eggs with greens, dark chocolate, tomatoes, garlic. These simple products, like old friends, help your blood vessels come alive. Add squats, contrast shower, light massage to them. And after a week, you'll feel your body respond with warmth and lightness, as if someone turned on a switch inside. This isn't about pills or complex diets. It's about self-love that begins in the morning. Men will gain strength, women will find harmony, and all of us will have a bit more fire in our eyes. The old wisdom teaches, take care of your body, it's your home. The regularity of small steps works miracles. Here's an interesting fact. In Italy, centenarians often start their day with olive oil and herbs. This is their secret of vigor. Scientists say that improving circulation enhances quality of life. One last joke. Without these habits, your blood vessels are like an old orchestra without a conductor. Imagine, you wake up, drink lemon water, chew nuts with honey, do a couple of squats, birds are chirping outside the window, and you feel energy gently spreading through your body. This is warmth. This lightness isn't just health, it's the return of youth in your soul. Continue, and in a month you'll be surprised how much self-care can give. Let every morning be your little ritual, a reminder that life is movement, warmth, joy. Go forward, step by step, and let everything below and in your heart be as it should be. Friends, we've traveled from morning coffee to a new view of health. Blood circulation in the pelvis isn't a boring medical topic. It's the key to energy, confidence, and joy after 60. Simple morning habits: walnuts with honey, lemon water with pepper, eggs with greens, dark chocolate, tomato juice, garlic, gently wake up blood vessels, returning lightness to the body. 5 squats, contrast shower, light sacrum massage enhance the effect like colors on a painting. Regularity is your best friend. A week of such rituals and you'll feel warmth, a surge of strength, as if spring came to your body. This isn't about heroic feats. It's about self-love that begins in the morning. Dr. Alice Michael has been researching circulation improvement for over 20 years, working with patients like Robert Thompson, who at 65 regained his vitality, and Sarah Johnson, who at 70 found new energy through these simple morning practices. The research shows that patients who follow these morning routines consistently report significant improvements within just 2 to 3 weeks. Take the case of Michael Davis, a 68-year-old retired teacher who came to Dr. Michael's clinic feeling exhausted and experiencing circulation issues. After implementing these morning habits for 1 month, his energy levels increased dramatically and his overall quality of life improved substantially. Similarly, Patricia Wilson, a 72-year-old grandmother, found that incorporating these simple practices into her daily routine helped her feel more vibrant and active than she had in years. She particularly enjoyed the morning ritual of walnuts with honey, which she found not only beneficial for her circulation, but also a pleasant way to start each day. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity and accessibility. These aren't complicated medical procedures or expensive treatments. They're straightforward, natural methods that anyone can implement regardless of their current health status or budget. The morning timing is particularly crucial because this is when your body's natural healing and regenerative processes are most active. Dr. Michael emphasizes that consistency is absolutely vital. She often tells her patients that it's better to do these simple practices every day for a week than to do them intensively for just 1 or 2 days and then abandon them. The body responds to regular, gentle stimulation much better than sporadic, intense efforts. The physiological explanation for why these methods work is fascinating. When we age, our blood vessels naturally become less elastic, much like rubber bands that have been stretched too many times. The pelvic area is particularly susceptible to poor circulation because it's a region where blood must work against gravity to return to the heart. By stimulating circulation through these morning practices, we're essentially helping our cardiovascular system do its job more effectively. The combination of specific foods and gentle exercises creates a synergistic effect. For instance, the arginine in walnuts helps dilate blood vessels, while the capsaicin in cayenne pepper acts as a natural vasodilator. When combined with the physical stimulation from squats or contrast showers, these effects are amplified. Many of Dr. Michael's patients initially express skepticism about such simple solutions. They've often tried numerous complex treatments or medications with limited success. However, the beauty of this approach is that it addresses the root cause of poor circulation rather than just treating symptoms. By improving overall vascular health through nutrition and gentle exercise, the entire system begins to function more efficiently. The psychological benefits shouldn't be underestimated either. When people start their day with intentional self-care practices, it sets a positive tone that extends far beyond the physical benefits. Patients report feeling more empowered and in control of their health, which contributes to better overall outcomes. Dr. Michael also notes that these practices are particularly beneficial for people who may be taking multiple medications or have complex health conditions. Because these are natural, food-based interventions combined with gentle movement, they rarely interfere with other treatments and often complement them beautifully. The key is to start gradually and listen to your body. If you're not used to spicy foods, begin with just a tiny amount of cayenne pepper. If you have knee problems, modify the squats by holding onto a sturdy chair or doing wall squats instead. The goal isn't to create stress or discomfort, but to gently encourage your body's natural circulation processes. Remember that your morning routine should feel nurturing, not punishing. This is about creating a sustainable practice that you'll want to continue long term. Many patients find that once they establish these habits, they actually look forward to their morning ritual because of how good it makes them feel throughout the day. The ripple effects of improved pelvic circulation extend throughout the body. Better blood flow in this region often correlates with improved energy levels, better mood, enhanced cognitive function, and even better sleep quality. It's remarkable how addressing one specific area of health can create such widespread positive changes. As you embark on this journey, be patient with yourself and celebrate small improvements. Some people notice changes within a few days, while others may take several weeks to feel significant differences. Your body is unique, and it will respond in its own time. The important thing is to maintain consistency and trust in the process. These morning habits represent more than just a health routine. They're an investment in your quality of life and future well-being. Every morning that you choose to nourish your body with these practices, you're making a statement about your commitment to living fully and vibrantly, regardless of your age. This is your time to reclaim your energy, your confidence, and your zest for life.